So you're training very hard every single day. You're working on your shooting technique every day. In the games, you're putting in all you got. You're putting all the work ethic. But at the end of the day, you're not getting on the score sheet and you wonder why it's not happening for you. And you're frustrated about the fact that you're not getting on the score sheet. And it's happened to a lot of forwards that I've seen before. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys some very, very important tips that if you apply them to your game, you're going to be able to get on the score sheet every single game, I promise. Let's jump into the video and let's see what you can do to score more goals. So one of the main reasons that you're not scoring goals is because you're not getting yourself into goal scoring areas of the pitch. Now, you could be the best technician in the world with the ball. You could be the best shooter and the best striker of the ball. But if you're not getting yourself into the goal scoring opportunities, then you're not getting on the score sheet. It's that simple. So what you want to make sure to do as a center forward, as a winger, the first thing you want to do if you want to score more goals is to get yourself into goal scoring areas on the pitch. The golden zone that I want to talk about that you preferably want to receive the ball in is right on the top of the box, between the top of the box and the edge of the box. That's when you want the area that you want to receive the ball at. If you can get the ball in that area, then your chances of scoring is going to be times 10. But the problem is a lot of teams will not allow you to receive the ball in that area because they're organized and they're very compact. So preferably, if you're unable to receive the ball in that area of the pitch, as you can see on the screen, you want to be making sure to receive the ball around the penalty area because that's where most goals are scored. You see a very common example of wingers cutting inside onto the strong foot and scoring the goals. So, for example, if you're a winger and you receive the ball in the wide area, it's very difficult to score from that area. So what you preferably want to do is to come closer to the edge of the box, come closer towards the center space of the pitch, in and around the penalty area. So it is crucially important to be able to get yourself into the goal scoring opportunities. If you're a winger, you want to make a forward run. If your teammate has the ball on the far end and they're about to cross it and you're the winger, you got to be making that run to the far post or to the near post. If you're not making that run, then it is very difficult for you to score. I've seen a lot of wingers when they're playing the game, they are not making forward runs and they're wondering why they're putting in a lot of work ethic and they're not able to get on the score sheet. So the next reason that you're not able to get on the score sheet is because of the poor positioning in the box. Now guys, I've seen a lot of examples from different strikers that they're standing still in between the two center backs. If you're standing still between the two center backs and you're expecting the ball to come to you to finish, then the chances of you scoring is very, very low. What you want to make sure to do is to position yourself in a way to be able to score inside the box. You want to create space for yourself inside the box. Now, one of the most easy ways and the most effective ways I want to talk about in this video is if you're a center forward and your teammate has the ball in the wide area of the pitch, as they're making that run in the white space, what you want to make sure to do is to stay in between the two center backs, but you want to stay behind the other center back that is marking in the box. So if you play behind them, they can't look at the ball and at the center forward at the same time. That's what you have to understand. If you try to stay behind them, you're making it very difficult for them to mark you. And the goal is right before your teammate crosses it, then you want to be making a run to the near post to finish. Because in that case, you're giving the center back a very difficult time to mark you. Because if you're behind them, they either have to look at the ball or they have to look at you. But if you make a sudden run to the near post, then you'll be able to finish. But these are the types of runs that you want to be making as a center forward inside the box to be able to get yourself in a goal scoring opportunity. Otherwise, if you're standing still and waiting for the ball to come to you, it's very difficult to get on the score sheet. So guys, the next reason that you're not getting on the score sheet is because you're not attacking the space that is triggered by your teammates. Now, if you're playing anywhere in the forward position, you always got to keep an eye out for the space that is being triggered and made by your teammates for you. So if you're playing as a center forward and you see that your winger is checking in to receive the ball, then that means he's dragging the fullback in, and that leaves space in behind for you to make that diagonal run in behind the defense. If you're playing winger and your center forward is dropping deep like a false nine to receive the ball, he's dragging the center back with him to be able to create space. So what you want to do is to make that run in behind the defense to receive the ball. So you always want to make sure to play intelligent and smart and to use the space that your teammates are creating for you. So guys, the next reason you're not getting on the score sheet is because of bad run timing. Now, you might be making the correct runs, but your timings might be incorrect. A lot of times, you're making runs too early, and when your teammate is playing you the ball, you're in an offside position, or you're arriving too late to the box. So you have to understand in each situation, you have to time your runs perfectly. So what you want to do is, as a center forward, if the opponent is playing a high line, if they're putting a lot of offside traps, you want to be making sure to time your runs on spot. And another thing you want to make sure to do, a very important and powerful technique that helps you to keep your runs on time, is curving your run. A lot of times curving your run helps you to receive the ball in the right area and the right timing. So if your teammate, if the winger has the ball, for example, in the white space area of the pitch, as a center forward, you don't want to be making a straight run behind the defense. Instead, you want to curve your run towards the winger, and as he's about to play you the ball, then you want to make that run in behind to receive it. And that way, you can receive it without being offside. So that's one of the best techniques you can use in your game to time your runs perfectly. If you're a fast forward, instead of, rushing your run, you want to give yourself a little space, and then when the opportunity arises, then you want to sprint into that space. But you want to give yourself a little bit space just to be able to stay on side, rather than staying exactly on the same line as the defender. The final reason of why you're not getting on the score sheet is because you're lacking confidence. Now, I'm gonna have a video about this probably in the future, but in this video, I want you to understand that it's the most important thing, other than what we've spoken about so far. It's the most important thing that you have to develop in yourself as a forward, is that self-confidence, which allows you to score more goals. Now, you might question, how can I improve my confidence when I want to score more goals in order to be a better forward and to get on the score sheet? And the answer to that is, you just want to make sure not to bring yourself down when you miss opportunities and you miss the chances. Because what usually happens is that the reason you lack confidence and your confidence comes down is because if you miss an opportunity, you start to doubt your abilities, and then you start to bring yourself down more and more. But if you can see it as a learning experience, and if you can look at it as a lesson learned and move forward, then as long as you don't bring your confidence down, it will be boosted during the season with your performance. That's the most important thing that you want to keep in mind. But if you don't have confidence in front of goal, regardless of your skill level, you're not going to be able to get on the score sheet. So there it is, guys. That is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought and what results you were able to achieve after applying each of these tips in your game. And each of these tips were very, very important. And if you apply each one of them, you'll see a huge difference in your game, and you'll definitely be able to get on the score sheet. Stay tuned for future videos, and I'll catch you guys up in my next videos. Peace.